の番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for the finale of Shoujo Kageki Revue Starlight. We're on episode 12. There are a smattering of OVAs that come after, which we will watch, but probably not today because I figure there's going to be a lot to think about and simmer on and let sink in and talk about and stuff here in the finale. So, oh my goodness, it's the finale. Can we just take a second and But before we do that, I think we do need to take a step back and talk about episode 11. Give a little bit of credit where credit is due, because I think there's a lot of credit due for episode 11, especially having rewatched it last night and rewatched it again mostly this morning. There's a lot in this episode that I really, really like. I thought episode 10 was pretty weak for where it sat in the story and what it was intended to do. And I gotta tell you, episode 11 redeemed the show quite a bit. Specifically, just the journey of Karen seeking Hikari, the way that she eventually finds out where she is, and her long, song-driven descent through all of the other girls that she's interacted with, getting their support on each step, on each level, as she descends downward to the peak of the tower. And something about that descent to the summit just hits me and resonates with me, which is why I titled that episode that. There's something really interesting about that contradiction. It's weird. But as I mentioned before, her journey down the tower reminds me a bit of Orpheus's descent. We'll see how it actually plays out when she reaches the underworld or overworld or whatever this place that Hikari is currently in is. We'll see. Okay. Let's go through the previous episode just a little bit in our brain space. So we open after the end of the episode 10, which is the big betrayal, sort of, where Hikari chooses to do a thing. And we know that she's doing it with Karen's interests at heart. Absolutely. We understand this. So she chooses to do this thing, casts Karen from the tower, and we awaken in a new world. A world where Hikari is absent. Not a world where she never was, but a world where she's absent. And the only person who really feels this absence, who really understands that there's something serious and missing, although everyone else is supportive of her, the only person is Karen, because their bond is strong. So she searches and searches and searches, and it's fucking sad. It's real sad, and it's just build up and build up and build up to the eventual moment where Karen, just seeking something, goes and by herself retranslates Starlight and discovers in the process that something was omitted, an important portion of the story, whether it was omitted with malicious intent by Kirin to prevent people from fucking with the system, or just wasn't considered important or a fun part of the play to end on the note of, yeah, infinite torture forever, haha, is unclear, but she finds out this omitted portion, and it's revealed to her that this entire time Claire, or in this case Hikari, has been stuck in that tower, suffering alone by her own choice. And so our descent begins. And we see Hikari suffering alone, nude in a landscape that's a desert of pinkishness, almost like sakura or glimmer or something, but isolated and just battered and not in a good place. And there are a bunch of other things that are like little tortures, like she can understand. She hears or sees or senses the texts coming in to her from Karen. She knows in her endless suffering that there are people out there who want to be with her, and that knowledge is part of the torture. It's real fucked up. It's real next level fucked up. It's some existential horror stuff. It's good. It's real good. So, that's our setup. Hikari is in this magical landscape created by a power beyond our possible imagining. seemingly. I mean, this system so far has been utterly unchangeable, utterly undefeatable. We have fought within the bounds of the system, and the first time that any character has actually managed to, in a serious way, step outside the bounds of the system, besides maybe remembering the promise after the mind wipe for Hikari, that might count. But the first time that a character has really knowingly, intentionally fucked with the system was Hikari, and she is now suffering eternally. So we've got a pretty good idea of what the system does to people when they try to rebel against it, whether that's social commentary for the review structure and people being ostracized and outcast if they don't follow the norms. I don't really know enough to know, but I would hazard a guess that that's probably something along the lines of what we're going for here. Yeah. So that's bad. And that raises some questions, and this is the big thing that I've been thinking about a lot this week, which is what's our path? How resolve? How make finish? How end big show? And I'm a little worried about how we're gonna end the show, because I got a couple of ideas in my head and I don't know how they'll work. I think I have enough trust in just the general plan behind Revue Starlight that they're going to be able to make a cool finale happen here. But we know that there have been production fuckeries going on in the background and lots of strange stuff. And we know that we lost the main writer around episode 6 and things have been wiggity wonkety all over the place. So I really like the direction that the story is currently traveling in. Does that direction carry us forward to a satisfying conclusion? I don't know. So here are some of the things that I've been thinking about. Some paths to move forward. And I'm thinking about these in a general sense of if you have characters within a system who are not amenable to the current state of the system and they want to change it, what are their options? What paths could different kinds of characters take in order to reach some kind of conclusion that might be satisfying for the viewer, whether or not it's satisfying for the character? Because remember, our characters are just individual people being used for allegorical stuff. They can get killed and stuff. It doesn't matter. I mean, it matters because it changes the story, but it doesn't matter. We can do things like that. It doesn't have to be satisfying for the characters. Okay, so one thing that I think is useful is if we compare this show, which is pretty complicated, with a somewhat less complicated show of a similar kind, sort of. Not really, but kind of. I want you to think of The Promised Neverland, actually. It's kind of a weird thing to think, but remember, there's a system here that manipulates the individuals within it. The system requires the individuals and doesn't want them to escape, because it needs something from them, fuel or food. And we have multiple characters in the past who have gone through different paths to lead to, I don't know, survival at the very least, in the face of this effectively unbeatable system. Because in The Promised Neverland, the system is way not beatable by our characters at the current point where we know them, right? They're just stuck. So what are their options? Well, we could fix the system. Is this possible in Revue Starlight or in Promised Neverland? I think not in either. I think that you could make an argument that there are ways to fix the deeply integrated systemic issues of a long-standing entertainment industry like Takarazuka Revue. But in the context of our story, it's just such a monolithic thing that this giraffe is the figurehead for, with so much fucking ridiculous world-altering power, that I don't know if that's possible. Number 2 is escape the system. This is more like the Utena ending. This is more like the Utena ending. Our girls come together, realize that they can be happy without the trappings of being a top star, and that they can make their own stage wherever they want. I mean, there are seeds of this idea and this possibility planted throughout the show so far, with Hikari and Karen making their own stage atop the little slide and things like that kind of lean in that direction. We can be cool without being part of the top star system. That's possible. So, we'll make our own review with blackjack and hookers is escape the system, right? There's resign to the system, which is one of the worst outcomes. This is, we lose to the system and we accept that loss, just like, well, I guess this is how it is. Shikata Ganai, nothing to do about it. Guess we're all gonna steal each other's glimmer and haha. That's a pretty bad outcome. That's like bad end level stuff, and I don't want that. I don't think it would be satisfying for anybody, but, well, It could be a commentary thing that's just like, lol, we're all fucked. But I doubt it. And then there's the fail but persevere, where we lose the system, we fail to actually change it in any meaningful way or escape, but we stay within it and pull kind of what Claudine pulled multiple times, where she's like, I still haven't lost. I'm still fighting. It's pretty weak. We kind of don't want that. We kind of want something to happen. And then there's the trade equals suffering possibility. And this one's probably the most bittersweet. And it kind of fits in with resign to the system. Is if the system is unbreakable, unfixable, unescapable, perhaps the only way forward is to make the same kind of trade that we've already made, which is what Hikari has just done. Hikari has just traded her soul and self for Karen's glimmer and the glimmer of everyone else. I could see someone else stepping into that role and being like, no, I'm the sacrificial lamb because I love you, which is real fucked up in its own way and brings up all kinds of other problems, but it's the kind of thing that a goober like Karen might do. We'll see. So, those are the ideas that I have. There are obviously a ton of other ways to go about this, but the big ones that I'm stuck on are like, can we fix the system? If so, great. If not, can we escape the system? If so, pretty good. It could be worse, but the system goes on without us, but we can go and do stuff, which is cool. Or are we going to resign to it on some level? I don't know. And more importantly, Jesus, we're about to enter the underworld / overworld, and it's going to be crazy. I'm expecting this is going to be really strange and really interesting. And I think I mentioned this during the previous episode, but I'm curious whether Hikari is going to fight back. Okay? Imagine Karen arrives. Hikari is sitting here in endless pain, right? Going, I made the right decision. I made the right decision. Everyone else is better off because I am suffering right now. I am willing to do this. This is my choice. I choose this. This is right. And then Karen pops in and is like, hey, Hikari, what's up? I'm trying to take you out of here. We gotta leave, like right now, and we gotta go because there's a giraffe coming and he's gonna eat us. Let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here. And Hikari goes, no, a creature is not willing. No. I'm staying. I made this choice. I'm doing the right thing here. I've made this sacrifice. I gotta go through with it. The deal has been struck. I can see that. And then, what that leads to is finally, the real battle between Karen and Hikari. Because we didn't get a real battle between them. We got a bit of a fake battle. A bit of a shock battle. A bit of a boom, shock, boom, sucker punch. I cut your thing off. What if we get the real battle? The real deal. Ooh, now that sounds interesting. And if we do, is Hikari currently technically top star? She hasn't taken Glimmer from anybody else, but is she currently technically top star? She is, right? Okay. We'll see how that goes. I'm kind of curious. I do think that Hikari versus Karen is going to be an element of this episode. I don't know how it'll play, though. Shit. Okay. I think that's all I want to talk about. That's a lot, but that's all I want to talk about. It's finale time, baby. It's finale time. I can see the very first frame of episode 12. It's opening on a dark lit school. I don't know what that means. Let's watch this freaking episode and finish off Revue Starlight and see if we're on the money with any of these predictions or completely off base, and see if we like what they choose to go with. Okay. So I've got episode 12 up and ready. It's sitting at 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions of this reaction. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video there, linked in the description, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. If you would like to do a syncy thing and sync up your own copy of this episode with the timer-based version, you are welcome to do so. Just get your copy ready because the beep beep timer to count you down will be coming at you now. Okay, we're starting with happy music. That's strange. Oh, from the beginning she has detested leaks. Oh, of course you would think so. Okay, who's missing? Cute. Oh, yeah, everybody. Where are, yeah, that's what I thought. Stage of Destiny. Just thinking through the play. Uh-huh. So she's picking herself up. What is that? Oh, stars. Oh yeah, we're gonna fight. What is that? It's really cool. And to top it, she's gathering all the stars to build herself a tower? Yeah. To climb to grab one. But you're Claire. Not stolen glimmer. Carried and piled up piece by piece. Herself. Oh. It's a long way. It just keeps getting taller, doesn't it? Whoa. The star you have always. Yeah. What? What? What moved the chain? Okay. Okay. Our dream was not meant to be. Okay, this is resignation. I don't like it. Nope, I don't like it. I'm waiting for the nope. Mm-mm. Karen? Karen? No? Okay. Shit. Oh my god, it repeats. Fuck you. Okay, so this is the... Alright. Right? Pretty bad stage. Hello, Karen. There you are. Feels very strange to cut away from that. But Hikari-chan isn't here. Yeah, she does. Wan. Nah. Getting rid of the links. So they're just both gone now? They're just both gone now. They made them bowls, but they're just both gone. Okay. Piling. Endless, only to be knocked down. Which myth is that? It's like rolling the boulder up the hill, but... Repeat. Please don't say who are you. Please don't say who are you. Always. Yeah, you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Fuck! So now we repeat the story. For real. We go to get her name back. Her memories back. Fuck! Yep. Fuck! But now we just repeat the loop. That just repeats the loop, right? Okay. Yes. Absolving of sins. Consequence of rebellion. She can't. She has to reach up for it. And it will always fall. So, what will we do? Yeah, is she gonna jump onto it or something? Stars of Sin? What are they made up of? Is she gonna jump onto it? Nope, she's just gonna get hit. Fall. Again. And then in that moment she remembers. Right? The previous time, in that moment she remembered, right? Does she hear? God, that's so good. It's so mechanical and stark. Like a door closing. Yep. Mm-hmm. It is the one she chose. And it repeats again. Unchanged. For you? For you. Did she just find the star? She did. She did. It's there. That's the star, isn't it? The pin? Oh! It's gonna fall apart. Fuck, she remembers. Oh, that makes it worse. She's gonna fight her. Nope. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yep. Let me do this. Yep. Why'd you have to make it hard? Oh, shit. Here we go. What is that? Yeah, that's the point. But you can't. Hey? The lines have stopped. The mantra. The tiara is worthless. Yeah? Jump in again. Jump in again. Jump in again. Nope. Jump in again. Jump, 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 jump. Go, go, go. Yep. No hesitation. Boom. Splat. Sorry, I'm sorry. Fuck yes. Are we fighting Yukari or are we fighting Kiri? Wait. Was that normal? Was that normal? Okay, it's mostly normal. All right, what are we dealing with? Star Sins, the Starlight Gatherer. The instant change. That's neat. Hmm. Hmm. So you are the audience. Fuck you, fourth wall breaking giraffe. Fuck you. Yeah, we knew that. Son of a fourth wall breaking bitch. Fuck you, Kyrian. Ah. And she has gotten a lot better with that. Holy shit. That was a cut. Sever it. Hmm. But you showed it to us yourself. Position 0 split down the middle. You best start refusing. This is our resign to system. This is our resign to system. I don't like it. Where are we? We're at 16 minutes in 23. Shit. Now, welcome to the audience, eh? All you can do is watch. We're overloading the system. What is this? Nondayo! Uh-huh. But we read our own ending. Why do we have to let the script run in its course? Yeah, why can't we change it? Love, baby. Oh, this is what he wants to see. This is what he wants to see, a change. Uh-huh. Forging her own tower? Okay, I have chills. Absolutely, Tokyo Tap. That was the cut. I thought so. Dude, that is awesome. Oh my god. Tokyo Tower, as the symbolic representation of their stage, becomes the bridge between them? Fuck off. Wakarimasu! But? Oh, that's a good line. Steal from one another, lose nothing. Yeah, you do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure, absolutely. Want to see you. Oh, even better. Yes, I know. That's the point. Mm. Mm. Oh, we get another song? New chapter. The stage is altered, the play is altered, and the opening sequence. And we get it letterboxed, because it's now upon a, yep. Will we split position 0 somehow? Have them stand upon it together? Whew. Oh, here we go. Ah, and the book is left behind. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. And so they hold hands over position 0. Of course. All right, all right, all right. Okay, they did show up for that night. And here's the 100th. And are they the 2? Or is it? They are the 2. We did it. Woo! And have we rewritten it? Oh, hi, Nana. We fucking rewrote it. Oh, Kirin. The cage lifts. Ah, to flowers we go. Fucking giraffe. They've been thinking about doing that from the very beginning. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I like that thing that they just did there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100th, moving along. And there's our stage count. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Boom. Well, okay then. Well, okay then. I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased. I think they did it. I think they pulled it off. I do. I really do. I think they pulled it off. I mean, there are shake things in the last few episodes of this series, but man, this feels like a good finale to me. It really does. It managed to keep the tension right up until the end, really. Right up until we get the ratio of things in this ending episode is so good. Okay? So, like, this whole everything. All right. Let's just talk about ratio of stuff to other stuff. First off, we cut out the OP and ED. Very intelligent decision. I think absolutely necessary for this episode to function. Those extra minute and a half each are absolutely needed. We start here. This is weird because we just went from meta space to here. They're all getting ready. They're all prepping. But why? Well, we don't know yet, but we will eventually. Eventually, we will know. And eventually, we will come to realize that they're all prepping a really special Starlight Festival dinner for the other two because they believe that they'll come back. Like, they trust that they're going to come back, right? Like, I don't know if this is canon, but that's my headcanon right now, is that all of this prep that they're doing, because I wasn't quite sure. And on the second portion where we see them here, and they're like, oh, it was so much fun to take care of them, even if it was only for a short time, whatever. this went into my head and I was like, oh shit, what just happened to Karen in episode 11 just happened to both of them now. I'm sorry, what happened to Hikari in episode 11 where she's just disappeared happened to both of them now, and everybody else is just like, I don't know where they are. They're just gone. I guess we'll make dinner for them. But no, I think it's that they do know what they're doing. They assisted, right? They pushed her forward down the stairs. Pushed her down the stairs does not sound right. But I mean they supported her in her journey forward. So they do know, and they trust that they're going to make it back because they've beaten all of them, right? Who else could? That, I'm going to say that really improves my opinion of these bits, because these bits are fun, and we get to see all the other characters, and they don't do much else. But they do. There's trust there. There's bond there, and that's pretty neat. As picky as ever. Right, they're talking, it's weird that they're kind of talking in present tense, sometimes talking in past tense. It's just strange. Okay, and then ratios. Sadness. There's a lot here. A lot. Sadness into conflict, into questioning, into no, this is my path, and I'm fighting to maintain it, into rejection of the system as a whole by Karen, into final battle victory and fourth wall break by Fucky McGiraffe Face, into amazing climax here, emotional climax of the reunion, and the reshaping of the entire stage via the towers skewering in, which is very, very destructive, right? It's very much like, no, it's not like, oh, we're gonna do a subtle reshaping, remodeling. No, we're gonna fucking wrecking ball this whole stage and put up what we want because we're cool, and screw you, Giraffe boy. Get wrecked. I love it. Into actual acceptance, and then just a couple minutes of denouement. It's perfect. Now, repetition and use of motifs throughout the episode is maybe like the strongest thing that Revue Starlight has done as a whole. I think we kind of expected that going in, just given that we know that there are some basis in Ikuhara-isms and symbolic-y stuff. But I would say that, honestly, I think some of the motif work in Starlight, well, it's hard to say. I think that Ikuhara is more subtle with his motif work. For visual motifs and like repeated things, I think he's a little bit more subtle with them, and they're a little bit weirder and a little bit less easy to figure out what they mean. Whereas Revue so far has been a little bit more in your face about the motifs, but the ones that are there have landed. Okay, example, two hands reaching out towards stars. Okay, how do we subvert that in the final episode, or show progress in the final episode? Well, I told you a little while ago. They both look up toward the thing at the very, very end. Over here, where is it? Is it here? Is it right here? It's not. Where is it? I forget. Shit. God damn it. There. Okay, yeah. So they both hold their hands out toward the thing. We've seen this scene like a 30 dozen times. How do we change it? They hold hands. Because the star that they were trying to grasp was each other. Boom. Perfect. Works on a narrative level, works on a symbolic level, works on a character level, works on every single possible level. Why does that matter? Because this was thought through, right? From the very, very beginning, one of the seeds of an idea for this show, it's clear from how important this is. One of the seeds of the idea for this show was this moment, where every episode, basically, we see two characters reach up toward the stars and use that to imply that they're grasping for the stars. The subversion, the change is, no, you are the star that I was seeking. And as long as I can give my all to you and you give your all to me, we'll be fine. Fuck yes. I love it. And that is kind of, yeah. It's good. We really did find it, our destiny. Ooh, yes. So we move along. We free all the other goddesses. Yes. Okay. Other things. Other motify things. The gathering of stars. Now, to actually visualize that as an endless task, I need to look up endless tasks in mythology. Hold up. Endless tasks mythology. Sisyphus. Sisyphus is the hill, right? Yeah. What other ones are there? I know there are some others. Cheated death. Punished in Hades by being condemned eternally to roll a heavy stone up a hill. As he neared the top, the stone rolled down again, right? Simple, straightforward Sisyphean task is the original. What about other ones? What are there about similar things? I don't know. Okay, so Sisyphean task is pretty much the closest thing I can find. I remember a couple of other ones, like, somebody forced with a pair of tweezers to move like a pile of grains of sand and fill a well with it or something. Or no, move one pile of grains of sand to another pile and then just repeat over and over. And then a similar one was use an eyedropper to carry a single drop of water at a time from one well to another. That kind of ridiculous task is what we're doing here. And it's immediately apparent that that's what's going on. Oh my goodness. The visual landscape of this location is so fantastic. With the looming shadow of the tower that isn't really the tower, right? It has no color to it. And then the other tower. And one of the cool things about the White Tower, I don't know what to call them, because one of them is Tokyo Tower and the other one's the White Tower. But one of the cool things about the White Tower is that it appears to change size depending on how high she piles the things up. Look, it goes, it's at least like 3 times as high as her current pile, right? And then we look up and it's tall. But then she starts to climb it, and it looks like we're closer, but we're not. It just gets taller looking. Now, maybe it's just a matter of perspective, but it gives the impression that the tower gets taller as she gets closer to the top, making it even more futile. But of course, there's more to it than that. There's the wrecking ball system, which just auto-engages and knocks down all of her hard work. I really like this. It's mechanical, right? Especially this particular shot of the CG chain moving. It's ridiculous that such a simple shot, it's just the inside of the shadowy tower with the chain moving, can work so fucking well, because it does. It works so well. Let's hear it with sound. I think the sound design is really important for it too. Clickety, 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 click. Yeah. And whoosh, inevitable, right? Unstoppable, gigantic, impossible to halt. Boom, gone. And so it will always be. But she remembers in that moment when she's knocked down from the tower. And now the tower is on its side, but it's not, and there are multiple of them? I'm not sure about that part. But she's resigned to it. Our dream was not meant to be. This is the way of things. And so they parted forever, and so the refrain begins once again. Where's the clickety clack? Where the chain locks back in? I think it's here soon. Our dream was not meant to be, and so they parted forever. There. This is perfection. That clunk right there, it's like a giant door closing, right? This is solid and mechanical and unyielding and uncaring and big and heavy and serious. You can't beat this. It is eternal. And so we are told. This is the story. And so we will repeat it. Very weird. And so it repeats. And we get to understand that this is the loop. This is the endless battle. And it sucks. Fucking blows. But it's her choice. So what do? I don't know. So, she arrives and is unnoticed, essentially. But Kirin watches from his VIP box of sorts, his little oasis over here. So only 2 star buttons remain, I guess. 2 uncaptured? I don't know, because there are 7 here. So Hikari's and Karen's? I don't know. So she comes, recognizes what Hikari has given up, what has led to this place. And I said it when we first stood up to her, and then Karen started talking, and I thought, oh no, we're fine. No, she doesn't remember. Who are you? So she continues on her way, on her path. She feels like she should remember again, but she doesn't. And so Karen is in shock. So we begin to repeat Starlight, the actual play, the actual script. There's a chance. The festival is now. We can do this. Ah. And she just locks into the mantra. Because she does remember. She wants Karen to leave. She thinks this is the best outcome. And she's stuck. And she's in pain. But this is the choice. No. And then clickety-clackety-clunk again. Not meant to be. It's so good at punctuating those statements, you know? It's so good at punctuating those statements. Finality. Looming. Oh. This is what she's been dealing with this whole time. Crap. And the repetition, and the repetition. So she pushes and pushes and pushes and pushes, and eventually it's too much, and Hikari can't avoid remembering. And that's the problem, isn't it? As long as you were far away, she could hold on. But now you dangle yourself in front of her, the star that she's always wanted? The system breaks, the lines have stopped, the stage has been cut short. Memory has broken everything. Something new is unfolding. Unexpected. So, Hikari begins, she has a different voice here. I mean, the voice actress puts on a different style. It's as though there's like an entity speaking through her, almost. Like she's speaking for the stage as a whole. No meaning to the tiara. Just a lure. A shiny light, an anglerfish. To lure us in and steal our glimmer. Not real. New sinners to the stage of destiny. Sayonara. And come on, what's Karen gonna do in this situation? Again, this is a motify thing. Karen jumps. When Hikari falls beneath her, Karen jumps. Without hesitation. And so she does. Boom. I mean, again, I think it's actually the same cell as the episode 1 cut. I think it's actually the same cell. I think. I'm not positive, but I think it is. Same with that. So we are remade once more. And it's normal. I did get confused when I saw the crown pin going in. That's normal. That always happens. Nothing weird in this transformation sequence that I could see. It just is what it is. And the review. She sheds her garb. And suddenly puts it on again. It's wiggity wonkety, but that's okay. Both of us believe that what we're doing is absolutely right, and so we fight. And this is what we wanted. This is what we've been waiting for. This is the exciting climax, the something new, the unexpected. And the show knows it and is gonna fuck with us about it. We're the problem. No. So yeah. Let's talk about fourth wall breaking Kirin. I think we have to talk about fourth wall breaking Kirin. Okay, yes, review song starts. It's really good. Fourth wall breaking Kirin. Okay, he's always broken the fourth wall in the ends, in the end cards. He always has. Here, he just decides to do it, just dispense with the formalities and ignore it completely. Wakarimasu. Both actors and audience are gathered. Continues as long as the actors are standing and the audience so desires. Right. And then he turns. Motherfucker. Yeah. just as you have watched over these girls all this time. Boom. So what does this tell us? Well, here's my starter question. Do you think we're supposed to like Kirin? Do 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 do. I think the answer is pretty clearly no, right? Kirin's pretty antagonistic toward most of our characters most of the time. He's kind of this endless weird thing that isn't very likable. I don't like him very much. Kind of like QB. Sorry to make the Madoka reference again, but yeah, it's kind of dislikable. Sort of enabling the theft of soul, kind of. It's not good. It's not good times. So Kirin, this character that we don't like, just turns to the audience and goes, "You're me. I'm you." We've known that, right? We've known that Kirin has been, and since the beginning, a representation of the audience and the system as a whole. But the audience is the foundation of the system, right? Without an audience to entertain, there is no entertainment media. It doesn't exist. So, he indicts us. And we're meant to feel bad about this, I think. I mean, the initial response is the same one that I had during the reaction, which is, fuck you, Kirin. You're not allowed to call me out like that. But it's a legitimate call out. If you don't like the system, if you recognize that the system has flaws and causes all of this conflict and all of this stress and struggle for these people who are involved within it, that it actively steals away their talent for your enjoyment, and gives them very little in return, unless they reach the magic top star position, and if they don't, they lose everything. If you're not a fan of that system, you probably shouldn't be in the audience. Remember, there are two pieces to the continuation. It will continue as long as the actors are standing and the audience so desires. So if you want to change this, the audience has to be a part of that. And what's so even more deeply interesting is the idea of, there's a particular phrase for this that's perfect, but I'll just call it the co-opting of rebellion for now. And then I'm going to immediately go and look it up because there is a real phrase for it. It's where dissenting opinions get folded into the platform itself. It's really interesting, and we're going to talk about it. But I want to go find the actual phrase for it, so give me a sec. Ah, shit. I can't really find what I'm looking for. I'll find it eventually. There's this idea in media studies that dissenting opinions often, if a platform is well established enough, dissenting opinions get folded into it and actually lead to the propagation of the system. It's real weird. But consider in the case of a stage play like this, the girls' answer to the system, the way to break out of it, is to rewrite the play in a way that leads to the conclusions that they desire, right? They use their awesomeness through superpowers to rewrite the play and rewrite their own story. Awesome. Great. On its own, perfect. We got out. We're free. But we can't look at it on its own, because the truth is that the audience is thrilled by this. The audience doesn't care. The audience just sees a new play, and that play has its own problems, and there will be new top stars playing that play, and the system continues by taking the piece of media that rebels against the system and including it within the system. So, you want to come see the play that indicts Takarazuka? Come to Takarazuka and watch the play that indicts Takarazuka. You want to see the Hollywood film that indicts Hollywood filmmaking? How about the anime that indicts anime production? Or the TV show that talks about how shitty it is to work for TV shows? Right? This kind of thing exists. Or the Medium post about how blogging on the internet is dying. These are all real weird once you take a step back and think about them. There's something inherently contradictory about it. Or, for a closer to home thing, what about all the YouTubers who make YouTube videos about how YouTube is ruining YouTube? Oh, geez. It's funny. I wonder how many of those YouTube videos are monetized and making money for YouTube via ad revenue while talking about how fucky YouTube is. So this is sort of a thing that happens. Once platforms or systems become monolithic, you kind of don't have the ability to really change them. You can fix them a little bit from the inside, kind of, but by rebelling against them, you just create fodder for the entertainment industry to forward along because hey, rebellion and conflict is real entertaining. Seeing our characters at each other's throats, ooh yeah, that's spicy. That's some fun stuff. Just look at me at the beginning of this episode. Oh boy, I really hope we get Hikari and Karen fighting. Ooh, that would be really fun. All right, okay, Kirin. Okay, I accept your call out. Fair enough. Fair enough. I am conscious of the meaning of your call out, though, so while that doesn't absolve me of my sins, I think it does mean that we're on the same page here. I also do not wish for this to come to an end. Which is also saying to us, hey, you don't want this show to be over, right? An onlooker in love with the stage, indeed. And a producer of the Stage of Destiny. And the voice actor starts really chewing it. Really just chewing the scenery. It's wonderful. Yes, together with you, we watch together. I understand why you're watching. Yes. Alright, okay. Sure. This cut, where she gets yanked back, I think, is the one that's super dope. Yeah. Whoop. Oh, that's cool. Very, very neat, and quite a moment here, strung up by these impossible threads. Very neat. Shatter and defeat. The red lights shine just as they do on, I think it's Flora. Position 0 is split down the middle. One side rises as usual. They made that whole sequence like a lot smoother by using CG blocks. It's cool. The split occurs, and this is my atonement. Gathering of stars is the atonement of sins. Ooh. Bullshit. So, we cut to black, and we put Karen in a familiar position. Welcome to the audience, where you cannot affect things. Watch her dance upon the stage. No goddesses. No Flora. Just a lone girl. Suffering for the sins of all of us. We fade to just glimmer. And then it becomes this. Hell to the no. We could kick everything way past its maximum gear. Okay, can we talk about Karen's voice actress absolutely killing the last instance of It's a Non-Non? Because the way she says this is chill-inducing. Non-non-dayo. Whoa! Whoa. That's, there's murder in that voice. Seriously. This is pretty fucking awesome. And she says a line about, I will be reborn every time. Yeah, a tragedy about inescapable parting. But there must be another ending. Flora fell from the tower, but what if she got back up? In order to meet Claire again, she once again climbed the tower, and she's rewriting it as she speaks. My lines. A stage of destiny without an end. A new chapter begins. The continuation of the end? It is being remade. You'll be captured by my stage, and your glimmer will be stolen. So be it. Steal from me, and I'll steal from you. My glimmer has always been yours, and yours has always been mine. Our stage of destiny started when we traded those pins, those promises. That's why yours could never be stolen from you entirely, because it was mine, and mine is yours. I forge my own path. I create my own tower. Mine. I'll burst into flames and be reborn as many times as it takes. Whoa. And she says it herself. I am remade. Boom. That's so badass. She gets the dope sign behind her. and then we tear through everything. Tokyo Tower is the bridge, is the destruction, is all of it. A stage girl who jumped in. Yes, yes, Kieran, what you wanted to see. Unpredictable. We've been longing for it too. Fair enough. Oh, all of you. Zambu, 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 zambu. It's the same feeling, the same exchanging of glimmer. Hours, hours. Good. And a smaller repetition, this makes me want to Starlight with you, you know? Hell yeah, it does. Hell yeah, it does. So, we transition out. They get their stage of destiny to play together, to take position 0 together. Mm-hmm. Our stage, our position, together. And back to it, they did show up for that evening. And they continued to play together, got the top rolls together, and continue the play onward in its new form. Now with Nana as the guardian of the tower, and them having freed the goddesses, with Kirin there, he's there, he exists. We raised the tiara that was a cage, and then a tiara once more, and then nothing, and free Flora, free Claire, and grasp hands. I think they nailed it. I think they really pulled it off. This is a good ending, man. It's a good ending. It's got enough to it that's questionable, right? That you can think about and be like, I wonder if what if this and maybe that. But it's also straightforward and wholesome, and it feels like a victory while still not claiming that everything's over, right? This isn't a solution. It's a victory, but not a solution. This is a cool show. Cool social commentary, cool commentary on the review system. Nice characters. Really fun all around. A bit of a roller coaster, kind of in terms of quality in the latter half, sure, but also in terms of emotional content, from really cute and wholesome and fun to absolutely bonkers, scary, terrifying, to holy shit, there's a time loop now and Nana is ruining everything, to this. A really solid conclusion, I think, for the story that was there from the beginning, in a way that pulls all the motifs back together and feels like there aren't a lot of loose threads, which is really admirable for a show like this that could have absolutely fallen the fuck apart by the end. Is it a perfect ending? I don't know. I don't think so. But is it damn good for what it is? Absolutely, and I appreciate it for that. Cool. I think that's where we're going to leave off. I'm sure there will be some comments and some thoughts that you might want to share with me. I'm really looking forward to hearing them. If I've misinterpreted anything, let me know. I'm curious. I'd rather understand other people's opinions of this episode and the show as a whole than pretend that I'm right when I'm wrong. That would be stupid. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I hope to catch you next week for more. I do think next week we will probably watch the OVAs just for funsies, and then we'll be looking for something to replace this show with. Not sure what. So, for the last time, for a little while, I've been Teeaboo. This has been Shoujo Kageki Revue Starlight, episode 12. I hope you've enjoyed it and the whole show as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week when we watch the couple of OVAs and start looking to pull for something new. I'll see you there. Peace. Shit, there's no OP. Not quite. I was wondering if it was just exactly the same breakage of the same thing. Cause what if via, I don't know, Karen willpower, she makes it reforge itself into a new button? The tiara is meaningless, aren't the buttons? Right? They're just props. Maybe. Maybe. But I wanted to pause there because it was a moment. It was a moment. Right, the henshin. There is a henshin in episode 11 as well, right? No, there isn't, because we just go down. Yeah, okay. 10, though? Yeah, 10 gives us a henshin. Okay, so dropping the crown in is normal. I just brain farted for a moment. I just wanted to check that. Cool. So, here we are. We were at 1350-ish. Shit.